Hi! Guess what came to my house to play? The new Stampin' Up! Oh So Eclectic Stamp Set and the coordinating Eclectic Layers Thinlits dies. I'm crazy about both of these. And I think you will be too, after you see how easy it is to make my just lovely, clean and simple, Oh So Eclectic card. Welcome to StampingSmiles.com. I'm Shelly Godby, the owner and CEO of Stamping Smiles, and for 16 years I've been teaching others how to create their own hand-stamped smiles. So I'm going to share with you my tip of how I made the watercolored flowers look similar to the two-tone watercolor flowers from this pattern from the Naturally Eclectic Designer Series paper. Here's a closer view of the Oh So Eclectic Stamp Set and the coordinating Eclectic Layers Thinlits dies. Isn't this wonderful? And when you order the two of them together using the special Oh So Eclectic bundle item number I have listed right here, you'll save 10% on both. So use that bundle item number to save 10% over ordering them each separately. Okay, so let's do some stamping. And what I have here is some Whisper White thick cardstock. Now the Whisper White cardstock is designed to take ink for beautiful stamped images. Just no comparison. And the Whisper White Thick is a little bit heavier. Great for card bases. We'll be using that. But we're going to be using the Whisper White because of the technique I'm going to be using today. So when we look at the stamp, and this is available in clear mount and wood mount. Clear mount meaning it's an unmounted stamp that you mount to an acrylic block and then you take it off when you're done. But it still has that great Stampin' Up! Red rubber for excellent stamped images. Okay, so when I stamp this, it's going to be in one color. We're going to be using the Soft Sky Classic Stampin' Pad. But what I'm wanting to do is make my flowers look more like the two-tone. I'm really liking that in there. So I'm going to show you how I did that. And Soft Sky, because Stampin' Up!, they list all of the colors, so it makes it really easy to coordinate with the cardstock and the accessories and of course the stamp pads. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to push, flip, and lock that lid into place. All right, so this is really a beautiful flower. Got that all good and inked up, and this is a light color. So I'm going to hold it down a little bit extra long. And look, see, it's already done. The stamp is designed to do that shading for us around that center and the outside. All right, so let's just go ahead and do 3 of these, because I know I need 3. All right. And I'm making sure I leave a little bit of room because we're going to be die cutting with the coordinating framelits die. All right. Like I said, holding that down because it's so light and getting all that great color. To put these away, pull on that lip, flip, click, and you know it's shut and you're in good shape. Okay, so I tried doing some different things, but what worked best was for me to use my aqua painter. Love this. If you don't have one of these yet, you really want one. It makes watercoloring so easy because it controls the water. So all you do, let me take this tip off, you unscrew this and you just put ordinary tap water in this reservoir. Okay? And so to watercolor with the classic Stampin' Pads, you push down on the pad, and that's pushing that pad, here we go, see, flip, into the lid. All right, so now what we're going to do is I have a napkin here. Let's squeeze to get the water going. That's to get it going, and I go ahead and get off the excess water, and when I do that, I make sure that there isn't any ink left over, just in case I put it away without cleaning. Okay, so we've got that all set to go. So I want to come over here and pick up a little bit of color. And if that's darker than you want, you could squeeze some more in, but I'm liking this. Okay, so all I did was, like I said, I tried some different things, but this worked out best, was just add some color on top because they're already watercolored, so this was just adding to that look. Isn't that great? And it looks better as it dries. So let's do that again. And they don't need to be identical. And just pushing that color around. One more. Isn't that easy? Oh my goodness, it's so fun. And so when I did mine, I did look at the paper, you know, trying to, you know, looking at what they did and went, oh, that looks really nice. Isn't that cool? Like I said, it'll look better as it dries. So here's what we do. To clean it off, we're going to squeeze and wipe off There we go. And so now we're ready for another color. All right, so to put that away, flip and click. So we've got a little bit more stamping to do because I do want some leaves. Lemon Lime Twist. This is one of the new 2017-2019 in colors. So you got it right. Push, flip, and click. Look at this. So I want a couple of these. There we go. Isn't that fabulous? Oh my goodness. I love this color. At first I thought, boy, that's gonna be kind of bright, but I'm crazy about it. I find myself pulling it out a lot. All right, so we're done with that. Pull, okay. And then, again, I was using the colors that are in the paper, and Stampin' Up, like I said, lists them all on the back. And so, see how we were trying to mimic that idea, right? And then the leaves are two-tone too. And so the other green was the Emerald Envy. So let's push on that. Get some color in. Oh, very, very nice. And I already squeezed, but let's go ahead and get that started again. Let's come over here. And at first I thought, I don't know about these two together, but boy, it turned out fabulous. All right, I'm going to thin that out a little bit more. There we go. So I just squeezed a little bit, and go on my paper towel. There, see that? I'm liking that color a lot, but this one will be okay. It will be just fine, and they lighten as they dry. And the color, the two-tone, I mean, so simple to do, but wow, it's adding so much to these, even though there was shading already in them. Okay, let me turn this. There we go. And so I can just even follow the shading that they have with our Emerald Envy. Never would have thought these two would blend so well, but really like it a lot. All right, let's get that a little bit thinner. That's okay. Oh, look, see this one as it's drying? Isn't that great? Oh my goodness, love it. So we are done with that. I've got my Big Shot die cutting machine, and because we're going to be die cutting the flowers and leaves we just stamped with these framelits dies, I have the magnetic platform. It's going to hold the dies in place as we feed it through and die cut those images. Now the magnetic platform, this is an additional purchase, but if you're using framelits dies, it's one I highly recommend. You'll be so glad to have it. So this is the start of our sandwich. Then we need a cutting pad. Okay, and then our cardstock that we just stamped, and our framelits die. Okay, what I like about these, because they're all different, sometimes they leave a little border around. This just cuts the whole thing out. All right, so I'm not getting the contact that I want. That's a little bit warped. So let me turn this over. Oh, that's flatter. Oh, did you hear that? The die cling. We really want to hear that. So just turn that over, and I'm rotating this to get it just where I want it. Okay, and then this framelit die. All right. That click, boy, that is just like music to my ears. So there we go. We have framed our images, and then the rest of the sandwich is another cutting pad. I like to keep one of my cutting pads for my framelits dies, keeping it as flat as I can. All right, and here we go. Let's see what we have. Oh, look at that. Let me pull these back. And so these are all cut for us. All right, sticking to the pad. Let me just bring the whole thing over. So die cut for us. Isn't that great? So quick and easy to do. And now we're going to use one of the thinlits dies, the really intricate dies. Because now we're going to die cut with this intricate thinlits dies, and wait till you see it. Beautiful. Our Big Shot sandwich is changing. So what I have now instead is the Big Shot platform, and that comes with the purchase of a Big Shot. And because we're using the intricate thinlits die, we need the thin die adapter. And it tells us on here, it's spelled out for us. Okay, so we're building our sandwich up. And now instead of a cutting pad, because we're using an intricate thinlits die, we're going to use the precision base plate. Now this is an additional purchase like the magnetic platform, but if you're going to be using the intricate thinlits dies, this cuts through them beautifully. It's an investment you want to make. And so both of those purchases, they're a one-time purchase, and then you have them and you enjoy them and you enjoy crafting so much more because you have them. So the writing side, that goes down. This is the cutting side. So there we go. There's our sandwich. And then our cardstock. And I have the Whisper White thick cardstock. And even though I'm layering it, I just really like it. I'm going to be using it for the base because I have that clean and simple card. Well, I'll show you the base. So we've got our Whisper White thick cardstock base. It is just so nice and sturdy. But I also like it when I'm layering like this too, just giving it more body. Okay, so you could use the Whisper White, but I chose that. So let's get our gorgeous die. Here we go. And place this. How's that look? Oh, looking really good. Liking that. Maybe a tad bit over. How about that? Okay. And then the rest of our sandwich is a cutting pad. And so let's just go ahead and crank this right through. And the thinlet size, they're a little bit, it feels a little bit tighter. And you know, it's just habit. I just go in reverse and just let it pass through with that 3,000 pounds of pressure 2 times. And let me turn this over and show you. Look at the beautiful job that precision base plate did die cutting that. I finished die cutting the other 2 flowers that we stamped and the leaf. So I'm going to show you how to easily get this off of here. We have the Big Shot die brush. This is a beautiful thing. Just gently brush over top. I mean, the precision base plate does such a good job that it does come off easily, but it's nice to get out of all those little bits and pieces. Look at that. Okay, so we'll pick this up. Let's do a little bit more right there. Help release it. Just, the intricacy of this is amazing. Here we go. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And it comes with that foam mat to collect all of that up. Isn't this something? Oh my goodness. Okay, so what's fun about this is what you put behind it. And even though this was the paper I was looking at, you know, to get the shading and look imperfect, and I was going for that, you know, if we make it look perfect, it's just not right. So very imperfect, and that's what we have. I was looking, and so this is another one of the patterns from the Naturally Eclectic. Isn't that pretty? Peeking through there. Okay, so let's go ahead. I know this was pretty too, but not the contrast that I wanted. I did play with a whole lot of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn this over, and I'll have all the measurements for you because I didn't want to cut that any bigger than I needed to. You know, we'll save our paper. So I'm finding it easier to put the adhesive on our Whisper White thick cardstock. And what I have here is the Fast Fuse adhesive. Super sticky. Love this stuff. Okay, so now we're going to want to make sure that we cover the entire area. And so this doesn't need to be perfectly straight up and down because it won't be seen, but that's, oh, look at that. Very, very nice. Okay, and so we're going to layer our flowers on there. So, you know, I already designed it, you know, for the video. So what after I had all the flowers and the leaves on, I thought, boy, I would like to do something to fill it in. Well, this stamp is included in the stamp set. And so I'm bringing back the Soft Sky Classic Stampin' Pad. Push, flip, you got it. All right. And I'm going to be particular because these are little crosses or plus signs. I want to make sure they're all going in the same direction. So I came over here for a little bit of fill in. Nice. Down here. And then you see I'm going off the edge. It makes it look seamless. A little bit here. And then it was an afterthought. I came up here because I thought, does it need something else? And I added that. And when I was done, I was really very pleased. Okay, so we're going to push. There we go. And so here we can, again, you can go ahead and just start placing these on here without adhesive yet. And again, looking at it, I thought, wow, I have room for a greeting. And this comes with 4 different greetings. And so I'm going to use the coordinating Night of Navy. We use that on our flower, and it's in our paper. And You're Just Lovely. Isn't that just so sweet? So let's go ahead and ink this up. And I'm stamping before I layer it onto my card because it's a lot easier. We're going to get a much better image. when it can lay flat, because we're going to put this on with Stampin' Dimensionals. There we go. Lovely. Let's put this away. Okay, so back with our fast fuse. And, all right. We're going to put these two on nice and flat, and then the other with a Stampin' Dimensional. And if it's easier for you, you know, mini glue dots would work for this too. You know, you may prefer that. There we go. Got it. So I'm going to do my leaves last. Let's go ahead and start building this up. Liking. Let's tuck this one. And we can turn them so they're not all, okay, so that one, you know, the coloring is down, this one's up. So I'm loving looking at that sticking out through. So now, Stampin' Dimensionals, if you haven't used these, oh my goodness, they just add so much to it. It's just such a simple concept, but it gives us that depth. And wow, depth and texture, we just love. And so these are just foam adhesive dots. So peel these off, a couple of them, give it some good support. Now to get that backing off, sometimes it comes off real easily, but if not, just take your thumbnail and push down and that pops right up. Okay, so here we go. And now we'll just tuck in. And this fast fuse is a really good adhesive. Love it. Somebody talked to her, she got my thank you card. She said, okay, what adhesive did you use? It is so good. Everything was just secured so well. Nothing came apart. What did you use? And I said, the fast fuse. She said, okay, I've got to get some of that. Oh, boy. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness. So now all that there's left to do is for us to use more of the Stampin' Dimensionals. And, oh, here we go. Got this one started. So let's go ahead and put one in each corner. And in the center, on a big piece like this, let's give it some support in the center. There we go. And see how well, hey. Okay, that needs a thumbnail trick. You do not need long fingernails for that. Just pressing in the center makes those pop off easily. Okay, there we go. Yep. And so this is on that Whisper White thick cardstock base, nice and sturdy. Center that on there. And there we go. We have a just lovely, clean and simple card. And here's my sample. And so I thought, oh, I don't know if I like how heavy that is, but I'm liking the contrast. So, it just depends how heavy you get with it, what you end up with. But look how simple that was to get that two-tone color. Just lovely. If you'd like to make my just lovely, clean and simple, oh so eclectic card, all the supplies are listed under the video and available to order in my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. And if you'd like the card measurements, you'll find a link under the video to the blog post with them. And don't forget the July Bonus Days coupon special. For every $50 in products that you purchase in my online store, you'll get a $5 Bonus Days coupon to spend in August on anything you like, and there's no limit to how many you can earn. So get on over to my online store, www.shopwithshelly.com. I'm Shelly Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Thanks for watching.